My name is John Gresset, and my insect choice is the Pandinus imperator, also known as the emperor scorpion.
Howdy, my name is Morgan Linneman, and my insect is the Pepsis grossa, also called the tarantula hawk.
For our debate, we will be discussing who would win in a fight between the emperor scorpion and the tarantula hawk. I will start with my opening statement. I believe the emperor scorpion will win in a fight against the tarantula hawk for multiple reasons. But let's start with the history of this scorpion. They're in the Arachnida class and are one of the largest scorpions in the world. The average size is 20 centimeters and they generally weigh 30 grams on average. They tend to live along the coast countries of West and Central Africa in both forests and deserts. Their mating ritual consists of a weird dance where the male scorpion holds onto the female pincers until he finds a spot on the ground where he wants to drop his spermatophore for the female to receive and eventually lay eggs. It is not uncommon for the female scorpion to kill and consume the male scorpion after mating. The emperor scorpion generally lives between 5 and 8 years. The behavior of the emperor scorpion is very unique. Their eyesight is quite poor, so early on they have to develop very keen senses using their body hairs and pectines to know their surroundings very well and detect other enemies. Using their senses, they tend to hunt at night. Scorpions' impact on human society can be fatal. The highly toxic venom these scorpions carry could potentially be fatal to humans if they are allergic. According to scorpionsworld.com, the emperor scorpion venom is currently being developed to get drugs that treat diseases like heart failure for humans, so this could potentially impact the human society in a major way. Their unique characteristics include their very high senses caused by their body hairs and pectines, along with their very strong pincers that they tend to hunt with. These pincers can also tear apart their prey. The scorpion's venom is only used when they encounter bigger prey or for self-defense. My scorpion has been known to hunt and eat rodents and lizards. The emperor scorpion's keen senses, highly toxic venom, and strong pincers that they are known for tearing apart prey with all combine to lead me to believe that the emperor scorpion will win the fight against the tarantula hawk. Not to mention the fact that they hunt at night and don't need their eyesight, so this would leave the hawk at a major disadvantage.
So now I'm going to discuss why I believe the tarantula hawk would beat the emperor scorpion in a fight. The tarantula hawk is a part of the genera Pepsis and the order Hymenoptera. They are distributed across the world and feed on mainly tarantulas. However, the male only feeds on nectar of plants, while the female is the one that does all of the hunting. Now I will go into the history of the tarantula hawk. The evolution of the tarantula hawk could be described as rapid evolution. According to aboutanimals.com, the evolution of their painful sting could have been because they needed to take down the big prey of the tarantula due to the climate changes of where they originated. The tarantula hawk sting is one of the most painful in the world, just below that of the infamous bullet ant sting. This sting obviously is its attack measure when fighting the tarantulas, especially because it hunts the largest of all tarantulas. However, when it comes to the impact on humans, the sting is not fatal at all, and it is said that the pain of the sting goes away after about an hour or less. The female tarantula hawk is the one that does all of the hunting for tarantulas. The tarantula hawk will hunt down its prey and walk right into where the tarantula is hiding. When the tarantula jumps out, they begin their long and hard fight. Once the tarantula is dead, the hawk will then move its body to its place of living and actually lay its eggs inside of the tarantula, where the egg harvests inside the dead tarantula, and when it comes out, it is a full-grown wasp that lives for up to 2 months or maybe a little more. Now I will talk about its unique characteristics. Although they have one of the most painful stings in the world, their stinger is only 1 centimeter long. Apart from their stinger, however, the tarantula hawk can detect chemical scents from the area around them while they're walking on the ground. Obviously, the tarantula hawk can fly, which alone puts it at an advantage of the emperor scorpion. And if you combine the flying with the ability to take down prey much bigger than them with their painful sting, I believe the tarantula hawk could win in a fight against the emperor scorpion.
Okay. The tarantula hawk will definitely be a worthy opponent. The fact that the hawk has the ability to fly and has a painful sting will both make this fight extremely difficult. Your hawk will not be able to fly all day and all night though, so eventually my scorpion will have its opportunity to strike. My question to you would be that although the sting from the hawk is painful, if it is not deadly in any way, then how would it defeat my emperor scorpion? My scorpion's venom can potentially be fatal to humans if they are allergic. So imagine what it would do to the tarantula hawk. Along with this, it uses its strong pincers to tear apart its prey. Not to mention the fact that my scorpion averages a size of around 8 inches, when your hawk averages a size of around 2 inches. The hawk might be in for a bit of trouble if it does not play its cards right.
The fight between a tarantula hawk and a emperor scorpion would undoubtedly be a long and hard fight. To answer your question about the painful sting, although to a human the sting is not fatal, to other smaller creatures the sting can stun and kill any predator that might try and kill my tarantula hawk. My tarantula hawk also can use its flight to ensure that the scorpion will have trouble striking it. That is not to say that if your scorpion gets a shot at the hawk, the fight would more than likely be over. However, my question to you would be that if your scorpion has bad eyesight, how do you think it would be able to locate the tarantula hawk when it is flying all around the scorpion? Although you state that the emperor scorpion has other keen senses, it should also be noted that it is not used to fighting flying objects that are stinging down on them. This is not to say with the ability to fight at night, the emperor scorpion might have the upper hand, but with the right placement of stings from my tarantula hawk, it would be fatal.
You are completely right that the flight of your tarantula hawk will definitely pose a problem. The emperor scorpion's sensory structures known as pectines will allow it to detect any predators that are in range. You are right that the scorpion's eyesight is lacking, but because of this, the emperor scorpion has had to rely heavily on these other senses to survive. And because of this, these senses have become so acute that it almost does not even need its eyesight. The emperor scorpion uses their pectines and body hairs to not only detect where the enemy is, but also how large the enemy is. It does this by hearing and feeling the vibrations in the ground and air. These type of senses are very rare and I think pose a major threat to the tarantula hawk. I believe that these senses are the answer to your question on how my emperor scorpion would be able to locate the hawk in the midst of a fight.
The emperor scorpion seems to have all of the capabilities to beat the tarantula hawk in a fight, but the tarantula hawk is used to fighting things that have the upper advantage. The tarantula hawk's main target for food are the biggest tarantulas in the world, and although it is a long and difficult fight, the tarantula hawk usually comes out with the win. Granted, the tarantula hawk is not used to fighting other predators that have poisonous defenses, but I believe with the agility and ableness to fly, my tarantula hawk would have the upper hand. No doubt it would be a hard fight and could go either way with different factors varying, such as the time of day in which the fight occurs. It's interesting you talk about how the emperor scorpion is territorial because the tarantula hawk is the same way, in that it will fight to protect what is theirs. The tarantula hawk also has a keen brain. As stated before, the hawk will sneak its way through the web of a tarantula and surprise the tarantula because the spider thinks that it has trapped something for it to eat. So the tarantula hawk also seems to have the ability to outsmart its competitors.
Okay, in closing statements. To conclude, the emperor scorpion will be a tough matchup because of its venom, strong pincers that can tear apart its prey, and its very keen senses that allow it to sense danger through vibrations. Also, according to the Cincinnati Zoo, the emperor scorpion is very territorial and will fight to the death to protect its territory. This shows that my scorpion will not give up and will fight to the death. And if there happens to be some sort of crazy famine of food or water, my emperor scorpion can slow its metabolism down and not eat for a year. I find it very unlikely that the tarantula hawk can do the same. My scorpion can also survive in both the blazing heat and in the freezing temperatures. It hunts both small insects like termites and larger vertebrates such as rodents and lizards. All of these characteristics show that my emperor scorpion adapts extremely well to its surroundings and has learned how to survive through many obstacles.
In conclusion, the tarantula hawk would definitely stand a chance in winning this fight due to its extremely painful sting, the ability to fly, and its smartness. The tarantula hawk has the second most powerful sting among insects and hunts tarantulas, including one of the biggest tarantulas in existence. All of these abilities combined, I do not see how the emperor scorpion could come out on top in a fight. The tarantula hawk has also had to evolve to hunt bigger prey due to rapid evolution and the changing climate that they lived in, so they are not new to change, and I am sure they would be able to adapt to whatever circumstances were thrown their way. Depending on the time and place of this fight, it is safe to say that both are extremely hard competitors and the fight could go either way.
Is that it?
That's it.